Hello, everybody. Sage here. I was watching a video of, the video with Nicole Kessinger doing that interview with a police officer, the investigator. Um, the one she was, I mean, it was so creepy, you guys. I was watching her. She was kept on looking up at the camera and, yeah, I mean, you could just really tell, in my opinion, she was just doing a really terrible job of acting, and, she got it all wrong, really, truly. I mean, um she totally missed the point of, normal human emotions and reactions and empathy. So anyway, what I noticed about it was, and I'm sure you all did too, because you're also astute and observant, was she could not mention Shanann's name or the girls' names. And that really fascinated me. And we all know that she was most likely, very, she has very strong feelings. If you can't mention someone's name to the point, if you just can't mention their name, um, because of these strong emotions, it's like, what, what exactly is, how does that happen? I mean, why? I mean, especially since, well, like to play the devil's advocate, let's say, with Shanann, right? This was her quote unquote, her, competition, right? And in my opinion, there was no competition, but I think Shanann was beautiful and smart, and there was absolutely no comparison, I mean, to Nicole Kessinger, the troll. But um, when it comes to the girls, I was like, why can't she say their names? I mean, isn't that bizarre, you guys? I'm like, why, why? You know, um, any normal human being, you, me, it's like, little beings like that, they don't deserve to have any type of those types of strong feelings against them. They've done nothing wrong. They were not involved in any of this, right? But that's from our perspective, our normal, in my opinion, that's a normal perspective. But anyway, what I wanted to do was to kind of dissect a little bit more on what Nicole Kessinger's feelings were regarding the girls, the children in general, the children. I'm going to definitely include Nico too, of course. I really want to know what her thought process was on that. Also, I want to delve into her current thought processes regarding, how she thinks of them now. I'm not gonna, um, well, it'll probably show up, but I wasn't gonna like hone in on how she feels about Shanann, but maybe I'm sure that'll probably end up showing up anyway. So anyway, of course, this is all alleged, my opinion, not facts. I utilized the Marie Lenormand Little Bluebird deck using the Grand Tableau spread. I never use reversed cards, and that's my method. Um, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. But I've done this for so many years, and I have my reasons for not doing that. So I have done a video on how I do my card readings, and it was in the beginning of when I first started doing these videos. So it's kind of a video kind of far back in the list. But anyway, I have done some shuffling before I began this video. I'm going to do a couple more. You know, the way I shuffle my cards is very hard on my cards. One more. All right. Kind of interesting. Usually, like a lot of times, when I do my readings, regarding Nichol Kessinger and Chris Watts, the ring always seems to appear around the book as well as the coffin. It's just kind of an interesting thing I notice. And the ring is usually like a contract, a coming together, a plan. And the book is um, a plan of hidden secrets, like uh, yeah, like hidden, like a hidden plan, right? The snake too. And another thing too, I notice a lot of times with these readings is the scythe is next to the lilies, which is um, an ending to peace and tranquility. Which what and the mountains are above that, so that means it has something to do with an ending to peace and tranquility. Uh, a mountain, you cannot move it, right? Mountains do not move, right? So that's like for a forever, for a very long period of time. Another interesting thing too is the lady, which I projected Nichol Kessinger onto the lady card because uh, I'm treating that as her as the querent. Underneath her is clouds, and which is misery, obscurity, darkness, right? And then she's looking at the birch rod, which is strife, um, and uh, bliss gone amiss. Okay, that was an interesting. Okay, also I want to mention to you. Okay, the gentleman is Chris Watts, right? So he's turning his back on happiness. Um, the scythe above his head is a cutting, like a dangerous strike, and he's looking at the children. And the scythe is next to the lilies, and that is like I said before, it's cutting away your ending. Oh, peace and tranquility. It's an ending of peace and tranquility, right? So I want to get back to the original why I did this reading. And the first card that pops up is the stars. And that is delusions. Now, this is in regards to Nichol Kessinger and how she felt about the children. So she had delusions of what how do I put this? Because I can see it in my mind's eye. So the delusions that she had, the dreams that she had regarding her life with Chris Watts did not have anything to do. The children were not involved. So, which, because she wanted her own with him, which we already knew that, but this is just kind of a verification of that. The snake below the book. And I'm getting, as I do this as well, you guys, I'm getting these images in my head as well, like these little short movie clips and pictures. So I'll come back to that, and if something really strong comes through, I'll just mention it. But the snake below the book, which is um evilness, like evil, um jealousy, um hatred, and and this is a very, oh yeah, this is a very strong emotion with her. Now I'm going to tell you what I see. I see flashes of her looking at a picture on the wall of the girls, and she has the most ugly, nasty look on her face. Just horrible. And I do believe this is around the time when she, remember you guys, when she had supposedly she had left the house in a hurry, and Chris had to talk her down. This was like around that time she was looking at those pictures, and it was just sheer and complete and utter loathing towards these kids. Isn't that just insane, you guys? I mean, they're babies. They're like little, they're so innocent. They have nothing to do with anything, They just, when it comes to between her and Chris Watts. But to her, it's like they got in the way because she wanted Chris Watts completely and utterly. She wanted nothing in between them. Nothing. She wanted that life to be, for him to be completely gone. So also, when I see this image of her looking at the pictures, I also see an older version of her. So she's like currently, when she doesn't even, she tries really hard to not think about them, but they creep into her mind a lot. And I have um, an idea on why that happens. But anyway, that feeling is still there. It's almost, I feel it's like a feeling of she's like blaming them. He's blaming them for the plan not going through. Does that make sense? It's like I hear her saying, if it weren't for them, things would have been, things would have gone through. It would have worked. The plan would have worked. But I'll turn my TV off. So yeah, you guys, it gives me chills. I wish I could just, it's hard for me to convey to you guys the amount of the immense, because I don't understand it, and I don't think any of you would either, because this is so bizarre, so dark, it's like it's like swimming through um thick jello, right? The it's just the amount of darkness that she's just kind of embedded herself in regarding, even currently, she's it's still there. It's still there. Her feelings regarding the children, Bella, Cece and Nico. She blames them for her life being the way it is now. Isn't that bizarre? And she's stuck. You guys, she's stuck in that. Um, I don't know if obsessed. I think she's always been obsessed, but it's like I told you guys before. It's like she's in this. Well, she's stuck in this vast ocean of thick jello, and she can't move. She's not. There's no growth. There's no learning from anything. Um, and it's just like an evil, vast, like nastiness that she's just kind of stuck in. You know, um, that's what I see. So she not only felt this way back then, you know, before all that happened, and she was, you know, um, when everybody was alive and well, but now, I mean, the darkness regarding her thoughts when it comes to the children, I just don't even get it. I mean, I mean, am I being ridiculous here? Oh, it's just awful. It's awful. Sometimes when I do this too, you guys, I'll hear like little snippets as well as see in my mind's eye, but sometimes I smell things too. And um, I gotta tell you, and I haven't told you guys this before, um, but whenever I do a Nicole, and maybe other tarot readers can they this happens to them too, and whatever else, but whenever I do a Nichol Kessinger reading, I kid you not, I smell sulfur. The smell of sulfur is very strong. It stinks. So, um, we all know what that's also, um, you know, what people say regarding the smell of sulfur and what's attached to that. Um, again, my opinion. This reading is my opinion. Um, not facts. It it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. So yeah, let me get back on track here. Um, she has her life is just it's just horrible. I'm not feeling bad for her, okay, you guys. I'm not saying it's bad, but and really, this coming year is not going to be good for her either. There's going to be people coming out. There's going to be new information coming out. The birds that are the corner of the garden is information coming out. The fox also is a verification of that. New information coming forward regarding, okay, it's so strange to me. And I think that this has something to do, and maybe I should do another reading on it, but this has a lot to do with, has anybody ever come forward regarding her? Like Nichol Kessinger, high school people, like school friends, past boyfriends, um, family members. Like there's a strange family members, you guys. There's not all family that like her. Okay, I'm not, but it's interesting to me how there. It's like she never existed, right? It is so weird. But I see there's more and more information coming forward in this coming year regarding um, Nichol Kessinger. So you better watch out, Nichol Kessinger. People are going to start coming forward. And once they start doing that, it's going to be like a tidal wave of information coming forward. And it's going to be, everybody's going to be blown away. Blown away. And what's interesting as well is somehow this information, I don't know how he gets information, but it's going to come back to Chris Watts and it's going to blow him away too. Like, oh, which I already feel like he's starting to come forward too. But nobody's going to believe him. And he knows that because he's told so many lies. But there's always some truth to lies, right? But I think really truly he's going to start coming out and speaking some truths even more so than he has before, and more information. Yeah, he's turned his back on gifts and the fulfillment of joy. Another interesting thing I want to I want to point out is that she's definitely going to slip up again. So the beginning of the reading is usually it is the um, things that will happen, you know, sooner rather than later. And as the cards go down, it's time farther apart. It's farther down the road. What's interesting, and I want to show you guys this, is the tower, which is a jail, and the cross, which is um, pain and um, suffering, increase in suffering. So, but what leads to that is it has something to do, this is really generalized and nothing is coming forward in my mind's eye, but like money, emotions, money and emotions. There is something that's going to make her snap. Right now, she's, oh, and I've done past readings on her, but she's really not doing well. Completely, she is miserable. She is a prisoner in her own home. She really is. She's a prisoner in her own home. And what's interesting is she's very paranoid. She's paranoid someone's going to find her. She's paranoid someone's she knows that she's not well liked in this world, okay? I mean, she's probably, you guys, she is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like she's probably one of the most despised women on this in this world. I mean, anybody that hears about this case can see through her and just watch one of her interviews regarding, the police interviews. And I mean, anybody can see through her act. Anybody, except for the police officer that was, or the police officers that were doing the interview. I mean, that's a whole nother thing, but she's really, truly, she's scared, as she should be. I mean, she created, like my dad used to say, you made your bed, now you get to lay in it, right? I don't have any sympathy for her at all. None whatsoever. None. All right, you guys. Well, ooh, yeah. So just to recap, yeah, she did not like the children before, and she still does not like them. I don't even get it, but I mean, I'm sure none of you guys can either. I mean, nobody can comprehend that. Innocent babies. But that's that's how she's, according to my reading, that's how she's feeling. It eats at her. Also, I want to point out something. Um, so the tree is, in my interpretations, means the health of the person. Next to that is the coffin, and underneath that is the mice. So, um, ill health, not very healthy. And um, I really feel like it has a lot to do with mental health. There's a lot of mental health issues happening, which I mean, we all knew that there was something mentally unstable. There's definitely something mentally unstable with Nichol Kessinger, but I feel like it's progressed now. Um, yeah, very much progressed. All right. Well, that was interesting. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining me. This just kind of verified what we were thinking anyway, but I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see what the cards had to say about it. So thank you for joining me, and everybody have a good day. All right. Love and light to you all.